Our next speaker, Chris Conrad, is an internationally recognized cannabis expert, author, activist, museum curator, and if you ever have legal problems, the expert witness you want on your defense team in court. His publications, including the West Coast Leaf, have shaped the global debate and have been instrumental in moving the issue forward for more than 2 decades. Please welcome Chris Conrad with the Family Council on Drug Awareness and Business Alliance for Commerce and Hemp, one of the principal hemp and cannabis activists on the West Coast. My brother, Chris Conrad.
Hey, thank you, Vivian, and thank you, Hempfest. And I just want to say, Jack Hare is here in spirit today, because everywhere that you gather and smoke a joint, Jack Hare is there. I work with Jack on The Emperor Wears No Clothes. I've written my own books. I've been working on this issue for 25 years, walking down that path road towards cannabis freedom, and it's taken a lot of in a state where, what's this in my pocket? Oh, it's a legal ounce of marijuana. That's what's in my pocket. And so being here today is so important to me right now, because every journey always is a matter of taking steps. California took the first step towards legalizing medical marijuana in 1996 with Proposition 215, and in 2012, Colorado and Washington took the first steps towards legalizing adult personal use, and it's a journey that is ongoing. And this is what I want to make sure that we understand today, is that we're all part of this journey that's moving forward. And each step along the way is a matter that takes us closer and closer to the future that we're all looking forward to. And you say, what is that future? How do we get there? What's so important about it? And I'll tell you what the answer to that is. The answer is that the future is hemp. Congress this year, for the first time in 50 years, passed a bill to authorize states to allow for research in industrial hemp. That's a huge step. The only thing standing between us right now is the signature of the President of Barack Obama, who voted for hemp when he was in the Senate. And now he's in the White House, and it's time for him to live up to those things. We have to understand that this is not a side issue. This is a hugely important issue. The hemp issue is just as important as the issue of jobs and the economy, because hemp is jobs. Hemp is a better economy for everybody. It's as important as the issue as homelessness, because hemp will build those homes for the people who need housing. It's as important as hunger, because hemp seed can feed the hungry around the world. It's as important as the ecological movement, because hemp can save the environment with help from you, not by itself. It's as important as global warming, because it's a part of the solution to global warming. Hemp ties it all together. Hemp is as important as your religion, because freedom of religion is being fought for right now in Hawaii, where Roger Christie has had his personal religious belief and the THC ministry recognized by a court as a cannabis religion. This is only the second time that a court has recognized the validity of cannabis use in religions. And Roger Christie is looking at 20 years in prison as he fights for your freedom and mine along with him today. And every day. And thank heavens for that judge that finally did it. And hemp is as important as health care, because medical marijuana is health care. It's a safe, natural health care that we all have the right to. And it's as important as the civil rights movement, because your rights are as important as anybody else's rights in this country. And you have to be the person who stands up for them. I've been doing this fight for more than 2 decades with my wife, Mickey Norris. And I invite you to our website, thewestcoastleaf.com and chrisconrad.com, to see some of what we're going in there here. But what makes it more important than other civil rights issues for you is because we're talking about your rights. We're talking about you having to take control and make this move. Obama said that we have to force him to do the right thing. That's not really my favorite thing to hear a president say. I think the president should do the right thing when he knows it's right, and Obama does know that hemp is right. He does know that medical marijuana is right. He does know that personal use of marijuana is right. He was a Mr. Bond King when he was a kid. So he knows this stuff. And he pretends that he's forgotten, but we have to keep bringing it to his face. And so I ask you now, are you ready to stand up for your own rights? Yeah! Are you ready to go to Obama and tell him that it's time to do the right thing? Yeah! Are you ready to join with Hempfest and take this step forward into the future together? Because that's journey. Jack Herrick hasn't been able to continue forward, rest in peace. But together, we are greater than anything that he did. Together, we are the future. And the future is the only thing that we can grasp onto that's going to get us through. We are looking at potentially the ecological collapse of life on this planet with the melting of the polar caps, the destruction of the species. And what is the big focus of the federal government? $42 billion a year to keep you from smoking pot. That's what it is. It's time to turn it around. It's time to turn it around. Give me an H. Give me an E. Give me an M. Give me a P. What does that spell? What does that spell? And where are we now? Hempfest 2013. The future lies before you. When you step out from this place, you walk into the future that you build with your own hands. Let's do it!
Thank you, Chris Conrad, a tireless activist for your rights.